Yo, what's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how you can fake being in a Google Meet class if you have like boring lectures going on and all, and you wanna go ahead and skip those. I'm gonna show you the best way to do it. No one's gonna know if you're actually skipping unless they actually point out and try to ask you a question. You should be perfectly fine. Essentially using this app, which is called a tweaked version of the Google Meet, what we can do is go ahead and freeze our cam or set a pre-recorded version of the video, which is essentially gonna stream as your webcam. Now this is very easy to get away with it. I've been doing this for a while as well. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this on both of your devices, iOS or Android. It works exactly the same. I'll show you exactly how to do it, guys. Before we get into that, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. So yeah, so it really helps me out, guys. So do that. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. Guys, as you can see, this is the app. It's called Google Meet Plus Plus, you can see. And it has a lot of cool features, along with the original app, obviously. First of all, we have the voice change. This is what I want to show you. So it comes with the voice changer, voice mod, and you can just go ahead and set your voice to anything. And it's really funny to actually watch people react to it if you have like classes and all. I've been doing this for a while and no one actually figures out how I do it. But anyways, this is the video. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So if you are in my class, well, now you know. So as you can see, we have other options as well. Auto admin is basically going to give you access to admin and then join random to join random lobbies and all. But the main feature we're actually interested in for this video is being able to attend the classes without actually having to be in the meet. So essentially this is this option, as you can see, and what this lets us do is actually freeze the cam. So for example, if you are in a class, this is what I've been using for a while as well. Now I don't want to intend for it, I don't intend it to be anything more than just for educational purposes, and this is all I mean. I'm just pointing out a flaw that exists and people can use to essentially like not do faithful tests and all that, you know. So that's all it is. Okay, now if you want to go ahead and use it for something else, it's on you. It's not my problem. Essentially what this lets us do is basically freeze the cam. So if you have a class going on, you can just hit it and it's essentially gonna freeze the cam wherever it was, and it's gonna appear like it's frozen essentially, and everyone's gonna think you are in the class but you're having like internet issues and all that. So I'm gonna show you exactly how you can get this version of the Google Meet Plus Plus on your devices so you can start using this. And guys, before we get into the video, I'm just going to go ahead and actually remove this so I can show you exactly how to install it. So in order to install it, it's going to be super simple. We're going to install it through a third-party app store, basically like Panda Helper and all that. If you don't know what they are, it's basically like the App Store, but we have a lot of other things on it that are not officially approved by Apple, but is cool tweaks that we can actually install. So it's going to be super simple for both iOS and Android devices. Just follow along everything as I do. If you're using an Android device, just wait a minute because we're going to move on to that in a bit. If you're using an iOS device, just go ahead and follow this. So just go ahead and open up your settings. First things first, just go ahead and open up your settings. Scroll down until you see this option, which is battery, and just click on it. Now, what are we doing in the battery settings? Essentially making sure this option right there, as you can see at the top, it's disabled and it's not enabled. If you actually enable it, it's going to suppress all the background stuff and not going to allow us to actually install a new app. So just go ahead and make sure it's disabled so we can move on with the process. So once that is done, go ahead and exit out battery. Once that is done, that's all we have to do. The next thing is going ahead and like basically scrolling up, going to the general settings, and this option, which is right on the iPhone storage, and simply click on it. Now, once you do that, it's going to open up all of these options with all the apps that you actually have on your device. What you're going to do is just click on this option at the top and simply select the bottommost option. Now, you can also select this if you're using like a connection, which is Wi-Fi, but I highly recommend that you go with the other one, just to be sure that the app can work no matter what kind of internet connection you're using, because if you're on like a class and all, you will be switching your meets and all, like your connection, and you don't want it to drop. So make sure you actually set it to that. Once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and move to the Android device so we can actually set this up as well. So we can just move both devices together rather than going one by one. So just go ahead and open up your settings if you're an Android device and simply open battery, and it's going to open up all the battery settings that we have. Now, what are we doing in the battery settings? Once again, just making sure the background, like this power saving mode on the device is disabled like the iOS device. So make sure this option right at the top is off. If you don't have this option, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have it, just go ahead and make sure this is set to off. So done, just go ahead and exit it out. So once that is done, our devices are all GG's. Now we're going to just go ahead and install the app. So for that, just go ahead and open up Safari. and simply head over to this site. It's called ihelper.io. Just make sure you actually get it right and type it in exactly as it is, ihelper.io. So once you're there, just go ahead and click on search and search for the Gmeet. So let's go ahead and do that. It's not Gmeet, by the way. Make sure you actually type in the full name. Just go ahead and click on it and click on start. Now this is going to start adding all the stuff that needs to be added on the device to get the app. So just make sure you actually do exactly as it asks. Just wait for this to quickly happen. It's not going to take time. It's a really, really small app. So let's wait for this to finish real quick. So once it's done, it's going to take you to this page, which essentially will let us unpack the plus version of the app. So just go ahead and read exactly as it says and click on tap, and it's going to open up in the App Store, Play Store, depending upon if you are on iOS or if you are on Android. Just go ahead and wait for that to happen. Just go ahead and add it on the device, whatever stuff that it's asking for, and simply follow the instructions. Now for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick because it actually needs me to spend half a minute on it. So let me go ahead and quickly finish this off, and then let's go back. So that's gonna be about it. Oh, let me take that. Yes. Oh no, let me take that too. Yeah, so once that is done, just go ahead and exit it out and go back to the page once again, the installation page, and do the same with the other one that you have. Just open it up. And just simply do exactly the same thing that we did on the other one. It's usually going to be exactly the same, but actually go ahead and read what it says because sometimes I've seen that it's different. It just really depends. So let me finish this off. So that's going to be about it. Once it's done, just go ahead and exit it out and simply head back to the page once again, which is for the installation. You will see that it says that it went through and all. Once you see it, just go ahead and exit it out. And that's all we have to do to get the app. Now you should have the app added. Just go ahead and move it somewhere else. Now I do want to mention that you can actually have the original version of the Google Meet on the device as well. It's not that you can only have one of these. You can actually have the other version, the official version, installed as well. So let me show you. So you can just go ahead and add it as well. It doesn't really matter. I didn't have it on my device because I barely use it, but you can have both versions. It doesn't really matter. That's how simple it's going to be to get it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. That's what will be helping you guys out. And with that, guys, that's going to be the end. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and all the usual bell notification stuff, guys. You already know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.